Pat, when you look at Justin's career here, and then seeing what he did at the combine, and what kind of do you want NFL teams to know about what he could be in the pros?
Well, Justin Jackson, I think, like I've said all along, he's a once in a coaching lifetime player. He's incredibly durable. It starts with the fact that he never missed a game, he never missed a practice. I think the yards, the production, everything that he has put on tape speaks for itself. But what they don't know is the leader, the person, the teammate, just the incredible work ethic that he demonstrated every day in our program. And so I think his combine workout probably maybe had some people turn their heads a little bit, but that was not a surprise at all to us.
What about Godwin?
Yeah, I think Godwin's, again, his tape speaks for itself too. Highly productive football player, high football IQ. A guy that went out and I think put a great resume on tape and then comes back and backs it up and then really just crushes it at the combine. So I think both Godwin and Justin, I think, have proven everything that could be asked as far as a question standpoint. Now it's just going to be what organization falls in love with them and gives them an opportunity. So I believe both guys are going to play for a long time.
With Justin, did you have guys questioning his just straight ahead speed over the years? And is that one of the questions he answered with the company?
Yeah, I think the NFL questions everything about every player. And I think from his tape, obviously he had a bunch of explosive runs and, maybe got caught once or twice, and now all of a sudden you get everybody questioning this and questioning that. So I guess he's too slow, he's too not fast enough, he's not this, he's not that, but all he does is make plays, and that's the bottom line. And I know whatever organization takes he and all these guys that work out, they're going to get kids with a great attitude and amazing work ethic. And, the two that we just mentioned, I think they've got a large body of work, of video, that there'll be no questions about what type of football player they are.
With Justin, because he's been in the program so long, do you feel like he's almost more NFL ready because he's not an underclassman? He's had to grind it out for so long.
Well, I think, again, when you look at our guys, this class of 13 that are working out today, all of them have had amazing careers. And so I think you're going to see, if you were to ask the scouts as they come by, they know what they're going to get with our players. There's no all of a sudden we pop on the tape and we didn't see this or that as they watch the workout. But I think from a standpoint of Justin specifically, they're going to see, his production and his durability. They know exactly what they're going to get. And so it's just the right organizational fit. And, when he finds that, I think he's going to have a long career.
What's the lasting impression that Tyler leaves on you and the program and everything he's gone through?
Yeah, well, the perseverance that Tyler demonstrated is second to none. The personal adversity that he fought through with his family, and then to really, I think, use that instead of a negative, to use it as motivation to really fuel him through this year and then through his training when he lost his father. Just a really tough time, but to see a young man with a great attitude, and I think he's going to put on a pretty good show today. And again, body of work. Great video of watching him, throughout his career. So there will be some organizations that may like him as an O-lineman. Cush would have loved him as an O-lineman here. So, it'll be interesting to see how he'll probably work out and do both today, I would assume.
How much pride do you take in this work getting bigger and bigger?
Yeah, again, from a program standpoint, we're just on the rise like we've never been before. We're, 7 practices in the spring ball. We've got a darn good football team coming back that's working diligently to improve and get better. We've got as many guys in the NFL as we ever have, and now, this group's going to add to that list with, I think, many more to come. And that's what young people want. When you talk to recruits, they want to get a great degree from a great school, play at a program that can win. And, as we sit here today, I think we're tied for 15th in the last 3 years of total wins in the country, which shows that we're getting into becoming a consistent winner. And then they want an opportunity to play on Sunday. And we've proven that we can develop guys to do that. So things are going in the right direction, without a doubt.
I think you may have touched on this a while ago, but how's Thorson coming along?
Yeah, Clayton's doing great. Throwing today at practice. He's just progressing the way that we thought he would, and expect him to recover fully and be ready to go and have a great senior year. So we'll take it step by step. Everybody asks me, so what's the timetable? That's none of anybody's business because we're not going to put one on him. We're just going to take it, kind of day by day through his rehab, and then week by week. And my expectation is he'll be ready to go just like his is, and then we'll adjust accordingly. And but we'll err on the side of being smart and cautious. This is not going to be the last year that Clayton Thorson's going to play football. And you know, we're going to make sure we do things right by him, by his family, and then you know, by our program. So the good news is for us as a program, the other 3 young men are getting a ton of reps. And that experience right now is incredibly valuable and gives us an opportunity as a program to not only get our number 2 ready for right now, but also start that competition for who the starter is going to be as we move forward. And all 3 of those guys are doing well.
Have you seen his confidence shaken at all? I mean, how's he taking it?
Yeah, you know, I think the initial shock of any injury for any athlete's really, really tough. And you know, when we got back off the road recruiting and we had a chance to spend a little bit of time together, you could see that he was really frustrated because he had a great year. And, you know, now to have to get through this adversity. But he's a young man of faith. He's from a terrific family, and I think he just worked through that process. It's almost like grieving. You know, you kind of lost your ability to play. You go through those grieving stages, and then once you kind of get back up and mobile, I mean, he leaned up pretty well, and now I think he's back up 10 pounds, and he'll be, you know, he's starting to lift again and things of that nature. So it's a process to get back, but he'll be back and ready to go, and you know, I think he's ready and poised to have another great year.
Zach Streif retired yesterday. When you think of him in this program, what kind of comes to mind?
Well, there's a big fella right there, you know. He's a special young man. I mean, to play his position as long as he did, and then to see his humility yesterday and his retirements. I mean, I think he thanked everybody, and just to hear him talk about Drew and the teammate that he wanted to be because of Drew, I just think speaks volumes of Zach, and we're incredibly proud of him. Amazing run, a great career, but you know, a young man that also is prepared for life after football. He's got a you know, private business down there, and that's moving along and being really successful down in New Orleans. I know he became a big part of the community, so we're really proud of him, and you know, can't be thankful for his commitment to our program too. He's been very generous of his time, his knowledge, and we look forward to honoring him, you know, properly as we move forward. But really proud of him.
So Fitz, after 7 practices this spring, anywhere you think in particular the team maybe impressed you a little bit ahead, anywhere?
Yeah, no, we stink right now, Lou. Yeah, as Abrano says, we stinks. You know, we got every rep is a teachable moment, and you know, 3 new coaches, and you could say a 4th with Matt moving over to defense. You know, we got a lot of coaching of the coaches going on. We got a lot of coaching, obviously, of the players, trying to figure out who can do what. And then, you know, you got the fluidity of bumps and bruises. So you've got maybe some young men out of position just stepping up for the team. So, you know, we've got a lot of that going on right now. But big couple practices coming up Thursday and Saturday, and then we'll take a 2-week break and come back and finish up. So, you know, important time right now. We got a lot of guys in finals, and fully expect them to finish the job. You know, get done what they need to get done academically, and then go recharge their batteries in spring break and finish up in April. But Qs are competing. Running backs are doing great. You know, I think we got maybe more depth than we've had at receiver than we've had in a while. Superbacks are again learning and growing. Big hole with Garrett graduating. You know, up front, trying to figure out that next group of guys offensively. D-line wise, we're playing a bunch of guys. Linebacker playing a bunch of guys. Secondary, we're playing everybody that's healthy. So, you know, we got a lot of work to do.
You know, on signing day, you talk about the early enrollees that impressed you, but you hadn't seen them play.
Yeah.
So any impressions so far?
Yeah, you know, Jeremiah's, first of all, practiced every day, so that helps a lot. Same thing with Isaiah Bowser. So we've got a pretty good snapshot of both those guys. I think they're both going to be really good players for us and have a chance to make an impact early. Jeremiah, a lot of similarities to Kyle Cairo. Great length, great range, high football IQ. Isaiah's a bigger back. He's 220 pounds, and it shows. And he's learning the offense, but it really shows. You know, Greg has been nursing a hamstring, so he's been limited at this time. You know, KJ's done really well at linebacker. He's learning. He's getting himself in shape. And then Andrew Leota is just starting to get going in practice. He had an injury, too, during winter workouts. But those guys should hopefully be all pretty close to being able to be full go when we get going the second half of spring ball. Anything else? Thanks for being here. Let's go watch guys in shorts, all right? Go Cats, thanks.
Thanks, Fitz.